you have a bad habit or a quirk, something that you wish you didn't do, but it just keeps coming up? I was talking to somebody just recently on a leader on one of the teams that we coach, and this person said, I feel like I feel bad. I keep interrupting people, and I don't know how to stop interrupting people, and I can tell it's a problem, and I really need to get over this. And I laughed, and I've got something for you on this. So hang in there for a second. My name is Bill Gallagher. Hi, everyone. I'm the scaling coach and host of the Scaling Up Business podcast. We do a tip like this. We also do deep dive interviews with CEOs and gurus and so on. And we've done hundreds of episodes like these and more and longer ones, all that, wherever you get your audio or video podcast type content. Or you can go to our website and search through those hundreds of episodes to find something relevant to what you're dealing with, along with all the show notes, special offers, tools, downloads, etc. at scalingcoach.com. So go to scalingcoach.com. Don't forget that. And there's lots of resources there for you to help you grow, get your people, strategy, execution, and cash right, all that and more, scalingcoach.com. Anyway, back to the story and the example. So she interrupts people. I laugh because I recognize that I also do that same kind of thing. And I ask her to begin to think about what it is and where this comes from and who she is that does this whole thing, right? And it comes from being smart. It comes from being preoccupied with her own thoughts and opinions, right? It comes from being very verbal. So if she wasn't so verbal, if she was more of a quiet person or a thinker, she might not do it. If she wasn't particularly smart, but even if you're not super smart, right? We think faster than we talk by a lot. So you're gonna, if you're verbal and assertive at all, you're gonna interrupt people. And the notion that you could stop doing it forever is kind of a fallacy. You're not going to eliminate that. You could reduce it, but it's still going to come up sometime. So what is it that makes a real difference in this or any other kind of thing is self-awareness and responsibility. So the first part is recognize that you have a tendency to do something, that you've done something before, you're going to do it again, right? I know that I'm verbal. I know that I leap ahead. I know that I'm preoccupied with my own thoughts. I know that I'll interrupt people. I also know that I'm salesy. I also know that I'm dominant. I also know that I'm verbal, that I'm bossy. I know that I'm persuasive. I can be perceived as manipulative. I'm definitely arrogant. I know lots of things about me. And many times the negative things about us, we try to hide them, especially early in our careers. We try to suppress them, cover them up, paper them over, manage them, get around them. But if you could just own them, I am that way. It's not the only way that I am. It's not the way I'll always be. It is how I will be from time to time. I'm sorry. And you could own it and acknowledge it. So being responsible for something is saying, oh, I did that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I recognize there's an impact. And then just quickly cop to it, right? Confess. Oh, I did that. I'm sorry. You will take such a sting out of it. When I tell people I'm arrogant, verbally dominant, and I'm leading a workshop session, just like this woman is now a leader on one of our teams, is going to acknowledge to people, oh, I'm sorry I cut you off. In that moment, the relationship is restored. Her connection is restored with the people. They start talking again. Trying not to do it, trying to suppress it, hoping it goes away, trying to cure yourself of it, all of that is a lost cause. It ain't going to happen. We are going to keep being the great ways we are, and some of the crappy ways we are. We may get a little bit better or worse, but they will come back. So be aware and then fess up to them. Be responsible for them. Notice and deal with the impacts of them. Address it right out. Your relationships will be great as a result of taking responsibility for some of the common ways that you are and having some compassion, some forgiveness for yourself as a human being, for your good and your bad things, right? I hope that's helpful for you. It certainly made a difference for me and for many of the leaders that I coach over time. I'm Bill Gallagher, scalingcoach.com. Like, subscribe, come back. We'll talk to you again next time. Keep scaling up.